Good morning. As soon as I pressed that button, my nose started itching, and I was like, I'm going to start this stream off by scratching my nose. That seems like a great thing to do on YouTube. Good morning. I was thinking this week that I always say good morning because it is morning for me. It is 10 a.m. where I live, and it might not be morning for you. So, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you are. We are looking at something a little bit different today. I opened up Pages to set this up in OBS. Let me show you this. So this zine that I've been working on, this is my speed zine for the Sunday Zine Club Jam. And if you look up at the top, you can see that the date is 24/09/29. I started this zine at the end of September, and it's already the end of October. Like, what happened? What happened to this month? Oh my gosh. And also the deadline is coming up. I am not done. I am nowhere near done. I have not done anything since the last 2 weeks that I saw you. Excuse me. I am just in a mood, folks. It's not a good one. I really do think that it's every time that I convince myself that, I'm okay. It's not the weather. It's not the it's not the lack of daylight. But man, it is. Like, it finally, just this week, it finally started getting. Actually, no, not this week. So last weekend when I didn't stream, I do apologize for that, but we had a atmospheric river, which I had never heard of an atmospheric river until like 3 years ago, and now we get them every year. We get them multiple times a year. Basically what it means is just a lot of rain. It's like an entire month's of rain in less than 24 hours. It was like people died in my city because of this rain. That's how bad it is these days. So I was stuck at my parents' last weekend. And like, technically I probably could have done this. I probably could have streamed on my laptop, because that's what I did last time. It's just that we were all like in the same room, and like the cat was there, and like I just didn't want to do it. I just didn't want to deal with it. And it was just one of those weekends where like you just want to stay inside and hibernate and stay in your pajamas. And that's what I did. I mean, I'm still in my pajamas right now. But it is still raining. I mean, maybe a little bit. Maybe it's not raining right now. It might not be raining right now, but it is incredibly gray and windy out there. But I need to finish this zine because next Sunday, is our deadline. So if you've been working on a zine and you haven't finished it yet, let me be here to cheer you on a little bit. You know what? I didn't open the page. Let's go back to the internet. Let's open that page. So this app right here is something I've been playing around with a little bit, because you might remember me, or might remember me. You might remember like a month or 2 months ago, I did a Pomodoro stream. I'd really like to do those more often because it's really good for my brain. There we go. Sunday Zine Club 3. So this is just like a web page where you can set up the background image to anything that you want, and then you can set a timer, and then you can like track yourself here, right? You can track your stats and see how you're doing. And I'd really like to do more of this stuff. So today this is how we're going to start. We're going to do a Pomodoro to start, because I really need to just like sit down and do some morning pages. I haven't done it in too long. I've been doing excuse me, I'm drinking coffee, and I have a notebook. If you didn't see my video, I'll link it in the description after this stream. I have a notebook where I'm trying to do morning pages, and it's just not working. Like, even in that video, I was like, okay, this notebook isn't working, so I'm giving up on this notebook, which I did. I just stuck that one in my box of notebooks that lives under my bed. And I'm like, this notebook, this is the new one. This one's going to work. It's not working either. My entire life, I've been hoping that a notebook will save my life, and it hasn't worked yet. So when we did the last Pomodoro stream, I used a video on YouTube that was just background noise for a cafe. So it was no music, and yet I still got a copyright strike on it. So now I'm like paranoid about using any kind of noise, anything at all. I really don't know how people do it. I don't know. Maybe they just don't care about the copyright strikes, but like, I don't know. It seems like that stuff follows you, like, right? It's like 3 strikes, you're out on YouTube. And I mean, I'm not making any money on this yet, but I don't want that in my future. So they do have these sounds. But I don't know if these sounds are like... So this is the rain. And then there's also birds. And the thing is that you can layer these. So you can have like the rain and the birds. And then they have a fire. Which might be really nice for today. And then there's the ocean. So you can have ocean and birds. You can have ocean and rain. I mean, you could do all of these. I don't think that you'd want to do all of these, though. Let me know. Let me know in the chat if what you're thinking. Is this sound good? Maybe want to do this. But also, maybe you're like me and you just need silence, because that's what works for me, right? I don't listen to any music when I'm doing this stuff. I only listen to either totally instrumental lo-fi on YouTube. Usually I like the Nintendo ones. I don't know why I like that, like video game lo-fi music. Or silence. Sometimes I will start with like a lo-fi, and then I'm like, no, this is too much. This is too stimulating. I can't deal with it. And so then I turn it off. So I don't know, maybe we'll do... I mean, again, I'm paranoid. I'm paranoid that these noises are going to get me copyright strike. So maybe you just play your music, right? I'll sit here in my silence and you play your music while we do a Pomodoro. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to, and I'm just realizing now that I left my notebook over there. I got to go get it. So we're going to do 15 minutes. And then maybe we will do like 15 minute Pomodoros the whole time. Maybe that'll be the day, right? Maybe that'll get me this zine done. You know, classic Pomodoros 25 minutes. I cannot do 25 minutes in a row. It's just way too much for me. I need to build up to it. So we're going to do 15. And I'm going to mute my mic. So this is going to be a very quiet stream. But you are free to play your music in the background. You can ask any questions in the chat, I suppose. And then I will see you in... Oh, look at that. It's exactly 10 minutes on the stream. I'll see you in 15. I earned 5 coins. These coins don't mean anything. It's the least favorite part of this app. It's like, oh, you lost your streak. I don't care. I don't care about my streak. All right, so we're gonna do a little break, a little 5-minute break. This is kind of nice because it stops me from just sitting here and rambling like I do. I'm gonna move my mic again. So what do we think about this new mic? It sounds good, right? And you can hear me. I've had so many technical difficulties this summer with this. So nice. Except the headphones still do slide down a little bit. They're not perfect, but they are covering up my awful hair this morning. I have to wash my hair this morning. So you're lucky that you're only seeing this front part of it. I did good. How did you do? So whoops. I forgot that my pen was not a snap-on. My pen is a screw-on. I forget that all the time because it's a fountain pen. So I did 2 pages. One, you can't see it, but this is how big they are. So you can see that. There we go. It's like 7 by 9. That's how big it is. I wrote 2 of those. I almost. Where's the camera? I almost got to the very bottom of that page. When I was at the top of that page, I was like, damn, I should be closer. 15 minutes, I could do 2 pages. What am I doing? And then I just kind of rambled and got almost to the end. So that was nice. Some of the things I talked about in my morning pages is the phone game that I'm playing that I am terribly addicted to. And the worst thing about this video game is that I downloaded it because of an ad in another mobile game. So it was like, it got me. That mobile ad got me. But it's genuinely a really good mobile game. And I paid the $6.99 to get rid of all the ads, and it's really nice. So it's a genuinely good game, and it's called, I'll put it in the description after the stream, it's called My Little Universe. It's exactly the kind of game that I love. It's like resource farming. Yeah, I gotta fix my hair again. It's a resource farming game. So it's like you have to chop down trees in order to get logs, and then you take those logs and you make planks, and then you take those planks and you make, so it's like that kind of game, right? And I like it. I genuinely enjoy it, but I downloaded it at the beginning of August. I went back and looked because I was like, damn, I've been playing this a long time. It was August 3rd. And it's like the only thing I've been doing. So back in September, I deleted it. And I was like, I don't care if all my saved game data is gone. I'm just going to delete it. I can't do this anymore. And then about a week later, I was like, how about I just hop back on that game? And you know what? My saved data was still there. So that is very dangerous to know that I can just delete it and then come right back. So that's what I do. Like every week I just delete it and then I come right back. So right now I'm in a back phase. I'm back on it. So I wrote about what I have to do. I wrote like my to-do list for my video game. That's not all I wrote though. I also wrote about what I need to do for this zine. So we have 55 seconds left. So we're going to do another Pomodoro. I think we're just going to do Pomodoros the whole time, but we're not just going to write the whole time, right? I am going to work on this zine a little bit. So when I start working on the zine, then I will switch over to the pages screen so that you can see what I'm doing. But while we're just in this, oh wait, did I not? Okay, yeah, no, that is, I thought you were missing the bottom part there. So this is this zine that I'm working on. And where did it go? The screen. And if you remember, the last time I worked on this zine, I had too much for one, but not quite enough for two. There we go. There's our break is over. So we are going to go back into 15 minutes. So this is work time now. This is focus time. So I don't have enough writing. I don't have enough paragraphs to fill the pages for two zines, but I have too much for one zine. So what I said I was going to do last time is that I was going to write to see what I could do to fill these pages, and I have not done that. So that's what we're going to do right now in these 15 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch you over to this screen so you can keep doing your 15-minute focus session. But I'm going to be going through these pages and writing in my notebook a little outline of what I want and what I need to write today so that I can finish this zine. And then in the next focus session, I will actually do that writing. And maybe we might even make that one like a 25 minute. And then once I actually do that writing, I will switch it over to this screen so you can watch me while I'm writing, even while we're focusing. And the goal today is to finish this zine. We're going to finish this zine and we're going to get it uploaded because right now, if we switch over here to the internet, we have a submission. So I am not the first person to submit this week. It was Bev that made this very cool looking zine. All about speed. So she took the literal speed, and she's teaching you some signs that you can use to talk about speed. So you talk about here we have steering, here we have crash, of course. So go check out that zine from Bev. Leave her a comment. Tell her what you think. Thank you so much for getting in there to be the first one, the inaugural of Sunday Zine Club number 3. But as you can see, we got 7 days. So I need to finish this today because if I don't, then I'm not going to. If I don't, then I'm not going to. It really is that literal. So 12 minutes. I'm going to turn my mic off again and we're just going to focus. 3, 2, 1. That's it. That was 15 minutes. I'm trying to find my internet. There we go. Got it. All right. Now we're going to do a little break. It was good because I just started writing something and then deleted it. I don't know if you saw that. If you noticed that. I know that you saw it because I was on that window, but so I just wrote a little bit of something. I started writing this outline in my notebook. The thing is that to show you that, I have to put it like in front of my face. So there's like 2 zines, right? We've got, can you see that? Okay. So we've got Pop Quiz Hotshot, which is about the action. And then we have Whatever You Say, Ma'am, which is about the romance. Because this is the most perfect movie that has both, right? It is a perfect combination of action and romance. Like, as much as I love the Bond films, and I do genuinely love those movies, partly because I grew up with them, my dad loves them, so I watched them from a very young age. They are not good at the combination of action and romance. Every once in a while, they'll have like a couple decent romance scenes, but I've never found them to be very good at balancing the romance and the action, right? The romance always is going to get short shrift in a Bond film. And a lot of times there's no romance at all. It's just, kind of misogynistic sex. I think that, like, one of my favorites, probably my favorite Bond film is GoldenEye. And for many reasons, partly because I was the exact right age when it came out. Pretty sure we saw it in the theater, but I'm actually not, actually. I want to say that we saw it in the theater, but I don't think we did. Huh. It's excellent. And Famke Janssen as the evil Bond girl is amazing. She is like one of the best Bond girls, I find. But she's definitely evil, right? She is the bad guy. She is not she's not the good guy Bond girl. The good guy Bond girl she's not good. She has like no presence. There's like no chemistry between her and Pierce Brosnan. And off the top of my head, I do not remember the actress's name or even her name, her character name in the movie. I do not remember anything about her. That's how much of a presence that she has. In the later ones, Halle Berry is very good, but I didn't find that they had chemistry at all. Like, I don't believe the romance part of it. I think that Michelle Yeoh actually is very good because I do think that they do have really good chemistry. But again, she is definitely more on the action side, right? They used Michelle Yeoh for what she's good for. She's good for that action stuff. So it's much less of a romance. Which is all to say that what Speed does well is the balance of it. It really feels like the romance is just as important as the action in that film. It might not get as much airtime, right? In terms of like minutes, we think about the minutes that are devoted to their relationship versus the minutes that are devoted to the action. Definitely the action is supreme. But the romance is so good, right? So what I'm trying to do here, now we have this 1 minute left in our break. What I'm trying to do here is to create a balance in my zine to talk about. So both sides of it get to talk about it. I get to talk about both sides of it, I should say. So we have Pop Quiz Hotshot. This part is about the action part of it. So I just wrote this page here talking about how, as a writer, this movie was just fascinating to me. Like, I felt so smart figuring this movie out. Like, doing the the thing that, all the screenwriting books say that you're supposed to do, which is like analyze the movie, right? Dissect it, take it apart, figure out the structure of it. So like I did that. This was actually probably the first movie that I did that with. All right, that was our break. That was 5 minutes. Oh, we get a nice little cat gif. I would like to go take a nap now too. Me too, kitty. Me too. Okay, I'm going to give us a little bit more time this time. So we are going to do a 25-minute focus session because I think that I can finish this zine now. In this 25 minutes, I'm telling you on camera, live, you are watching me. I am telling you in this 25 minutes, I'm going to finish this zine. I feel like I could even do it before that, but I'm going to give myself 25 minutes. And that'll be a nice time because it's 52 minutes on the stream right now. So just a little over an hour today. I feel like that's good. So I wrote a little bit about the romance, but not a lot. So first I'm going to do a little bit more free writing to kind of solidify my ideas, I suppose. When I did that first free writing session, I was just trying to take notes, right? On this in this notebook here, I was just trying to take notes about what each page needed to be. But then I started writing that one about how I see this movie as a writer, and I just wrote it. Like, I just wrote the whole thing right here on this page. So that's why I just went ahead and did it. That's why I feel like I can finish this today, right? I just need that focus time. I talk about this a lot. If you have watched my past streams, you have heard me say this, that I love this practice because it keeps my butt in the chair and gets me to do the work. Like, the only reason that I get this zine done is because I'm doing it on camera, right? I told you I was going to write over the week and come back. I didn't do that. I didn't do any of that. And, while I'm sitting here, and this is hilarious, because I just bought, right, this new mic with the headphones, and they are wired headphones. I am attached to my desk. So it's not even like when I had my Bluetooth AirPods in, when I used to use those, I could just get up and walk away because I wasn't literally tethered to my desk. But now I am tied. So even though while I was sitting there writing, I was like, I wonder what's on Tumblr right now. I want to go check on Tumblr. I can't do that because my phone is all the way across the room on its charger right now. And I am tied to my desk and I'm live. So I can't do that. I can't get up and just go look at Tumblr. I mean, I suppose I could look at it on my desktop, but then you would have a video of me going like this. Just that 1,000-yard stare that we get when we're doom scrolling. Although Tumblr for me is not doom scrolling. Tumblr is joy scrolling, which is why I enjoy it. Okay. So, enough chit-chatting, enough rambling. See, this is why I gotta keep myself on that timer, right? Okay, we're gonna do 25 minutes. Here we go. We are focusing, and I think first, I'm just gonna keep you here. I'm gonna keep you here on the timer screen, and I'm gonna do some writing, pen and paper, right here. Figure out what I want to write about the romance stuff. And then once I have some sentences that I love, I will flip you over to Pages so you can watch me write. All right, I will see you in 24 minutes and 25 seconds. I flipped over to the internet, and when it was 1 second left. 1 second. All right, folks, I think I'm done. My desk is not quite... You know, I actually changed my desk, too. I have this drafting table, this art table that, like, it tilts like that. And so I've always been a little bit afraid of using it for my iMac. But I've had my television and VCR on it. My VCR. I was just writing in... Let's get rid of this. I was just writing in Pages about how I would record. So I was looking at that word VCR. I mean, not at that moment when I said it, but it's definitely been on my mind. Because like this is like part of the lore of why I love speed, is that my grandpa had this like box, this thing that you could hook up to VCRs, and then you could dub copyrighted films. So like you could, it's like a bootleg machine basically. Like you could rent movies from the store, back when we rented movies from stores, and then you could dub it, you could copy it. And so this was about the 1994 was like, that was when my grandpa bought that machine, because some of the first movies that he gave us were Speed and Pulp Fiction. Those are the ones that I remember. And two movies that I love, that I adore, because I watched them at that time when I was 12, 13 years old. And anyway, that's why I'm thinking about VCRs. So I've had my television and DVD player on this table, this tilting table, for months now. And so I was like, this microphone is just not in the right position here. I feel like I'm hunched over. And so I figured it hasn't fallen yet, so why not move it over here so that I can use it for my computer, because I have so much more stuff. And then that way the other one is an old dining room table, so it's a circle. So it was a lot more awkward to have my computer on a circular table than on this big, nice rectangular table. Anyway, I think I'm done, folks. I think I actually did it. You know what? This has been really nice. I've really been enjoying this style of stream where we have the timer and I mute it and I actually like focus and work. Because I don't know if you've noticed in some of my past streams where I tend to feel like I have to fill the time. And so then I'm putting all of my brain energy into talking rather than writing, right? So being able to put my brain and energy into writing and just being quiet has been really nice. So, let me know in the comments if you like this or if you want a more active stream, because, we could do both. But I definitely really want to do more of these Pomodoro streams. I'm really thinking I might do one on Wednesday. Do not hold me to that, but I really do want to try. So if you are also interested in a Pomodoro stream on Wednesday, let me know in the comments. But let's take a look in our last 1 minute 30 seconds. Don't worry, I'm not gonna shut it off as soon as this is over. But here we go. So this is the zine. We have the first one. So this is the page that I just finished writing about, this is what I find fascinating about this movie. I wrote, screenwriter Graham Yost doesn't subvert the action film tropes, he revels in them. Oh, we need a space there. Good thing I'm looking through it. I can do some copy editing here. Of course, the villain comes back. Of course, our hero has to shoot the hostage. All right, I was thinking about that shoot the hostage moment the other day and kind of cracked myself up by calling it Chekhov's shoot the hostage. I've been teaching Chekhov's gun to some of my high school students. That idea of foreshadowing and using Chekhov's gun as an example. So I had to put that in there. Chekhov's shoot the hostage. So this is the Pop Quiz Hot Shot. This is one zine. And this one is all about the movie as an action film and everything that I loved about the movie as a writer. So the structure of it, the dialogue of it. There we go. That's our timer. And the action tropes of it, right? Like it really follows those tropes of the way that things are connected, the way that it foreshadows, the way that it has like the older mentor who has to die before the hero can become their true hero self. All of the people that you meet to help you along the way. So all those people on the bus, like Ortiz. We got a real hero's journey going on here. It might actually be a fun zine to do. Just like fill it in. See how well it fits into the hero's journey. That might be interesting. But not in this one. Not in this zine. And then the second zine here is Whatever You Say, Ma'am, which is about the romance side of it. And I'm actually just looking at that first page. I need to... Okay. Yeah, that works. I was just making sure that I wasn't repeating myself because this first page and this first page started off very similar, but I think they have diverged enough that it doesn't feel like it's the exact same thing. So this one is about the romance. We have about how in another film, Jack's reward for saving the day would be a kiss from the girl, but not in Speed. Because Annie is not the girl. She might be in distress, but so is Jack. They're on that bus together. They are partners in crime, fighting, and she is not a prize to be won. So, and then this one, I was going to write about this moment where at the very, very end, when they're on the subway and they crash and he stays with her even though she's handcuffed. And she says, "You didn't leave me." And he says, "Didn't have anywhere to be just then." That is like, to me, that is like the moment. So I was going to write about it, but then I was like, you know what? I just want to write swoon because that's all I feel about that moment. That was one of the moments that I recorded. Even though, and I didn't write this, but I did write it in my notebook. That moment is like mostly destruction noises because it's mostly the subway crashing. Because that subway is crashing through all of this construction, right? And then it has that hero moment of crashing through the built wall to advertise the subway. And that moment is mostly all of these just like crash, crash, crash sounds. But I recorded the whole thing just so I could get to that very end part where they're lying there and they're panting. And she's like, "You didn't leave me." And she's like, "You didn't leave me. You didn't leave me. I can't believe it. You didn't leave me." And so yeah, that's what I love about this movie. This is my love letter to Speed. So we are going to import. I'm just looking at some of these red underlines, making sure that there's nothing that's actually spelled wrong. It looks good. I can't think of what the cover is going to be for this thing, though. I don't But we are going to export to PDF. And we're going to upload it. I think that maybe I will do this offline. Just because I got to think about what is the cover going to be. I would like to do... yeah, everything's good. Okay. I don't think I want the cover to be this, just because that's going to be very boring. This is what I do on... Let's go take a look at the internet. And also, I kind of want to take a nap. Itch. So because I make so many of my zines, by the way, it's the Halloween sale, so you should go. Oh, Queer Halloween Stories bundle. That is very tempting. I buy so many bundles for charity. It's ridiculous. I have so many zines and games from Itch that I've just never ever played. I download them and never ever play them. So I do that. Like, look at this. Look at all of these. These are all very boring covers, and I feel a little bit bad about it. I should try a little bit harder with my covers. But I make so many of my zines exactly like this in Pages, and I print on a laser printer, so like black and white. You know, which is why I'm very happy with the Aurora one, where I actually like did something different with it. So I will think about it, and I will get this uploaded probably today, but maybe tomorrow. And I'll put a link in a comment down below. And those other things. What else was I going to put in the description? Okay, let's remember. I was going to link Wonderspace. And what else? What was the other thing? If you watch this and I didn't link it, please tell me, because now I don't remember. It was going to be something else, and I don't remember anymore. But definitely Wonderspace. I'm going to put that in the description for you, so you can try out this app. All right, and Sunday Zine Club number 3. We are now into 6 days, 23 hours. So get your zines on, get them submitted. You know, even if it's just plain text, right? Make something this week. It's fun, I promise. I swear it's fun to do. And I will see you here next week. I was going to say I will see you next here, and that's not going to work, is it? I will see you next week right here, and we'll take a look at some of these zines that everyone's making. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you. And yeah, I'm going to try to do a Pomodoro stream. I'm going to try to make a video. I have filmed a video about how to use Itch and how to join a jam. So I was going to make a video about how to do a jam. I filmed this thing twice, and both times it's not good. It kind of killed my momentum a little bit. So I'm going to try again. I'm going to try filming it again, and it's going to work out this time. I hope. Fingers crossed. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I will see you